Before we get into this morning's update, I want to go over a quick synopsis of what transpired in the last roughly 12 hours. I came on last night and gave out a warning that XRP had a death cross in the 2-hour time frame. We talked about how a return rally or return push down to 66 cents would be an area we need to see if we can hold. We formed it perfectly on 66 cents. Now we have to see if we created a bear flag, or what I like to call a fake J hook, or if this is the area we're going to bounce off. If we lose this area on the weekly time frame, we've been very transparent here on the station, we could come down to the 585 level, which was the pattern double top breakout, and it would be a retest, but it's also in the weekly time frame where it could technically finish putting off a bullish handle on the cup and handle pattern. As we've prefaced, it could end here at 66 cents, 65.8, somewhere in there. But if it continues pushing down the technical target, and it would be a perfect spot because we've had a weekly golden cross as well. A couple weeks ago it first appeared. We could come down and hit that support around the 585, put the bullish handle on the cup right there, even though it's technically formed already, and use that as a support level. We won't know if we're going to come down to that level unless 66 cents breaks. That's where we hit last night. I'll show you the formation on the chart and show you exactly what would need to happen for us to stay bullish and not drop down to 585. I will preface this by saying, if you go down to the weekly time frame and properly put this bullish handle on the cup, the technical target could be all the way up to $1.50. The breakout of just this bull flag, if we were to hold 66 cents, would get you to about $1.13. That also just happens to be, in my opinion, the bear market rally resistance that we would need to break $1.13 and hold to push this into a full-blown bull market, as we had a swing high in 2021 of approximately 286. We had a swing low in 2022. A swing high of $1.98 in 2021. We went up to $1.98. Swing low in 2022 was 0.286 approximately. So we need to remember that. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. We'll get down into the intro in just a second. Make sure you hit that like button, as it will greatly help push me through the analytics. And if you appreciate my work, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good morning, 10:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, August 3rd, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as we're looking at this, XRP came exactly down to our target last night. On a breakdown, we talked about the death cross in the 2-hourly. Technically, we would have to come down to about the 66 cent level, see if that could hold. We could have an extension all the way to 65 cents, which it didn't quite make it there. But we're using the outside of this bull flag, as we prophesized last night, that we created a falling channel. And the reason why I was saying that is we had here's a high, lower high, then we came back down. Then we had a low, which I'm using this as a channel, the downtrending resistance, or support I should say, on the bull flag breakout attempt. We came down, wicked up in the daily. Came down, it's just a wick. So we've been using this downtrending support, which would get us right down to 66 cents as a support area. And that's what I prophesized last night. We were going to come back down to the bottom of the channel, as there was a channel that was formed on the bottom of the downtrending support line on the breakout attempt of the bull flag on consolidation. And then we had a downtrending resistance, lower high, lower highs, lower highs. That told us that we had a falling channel formed right out on the side of this bull flag, ironically. Now we need to break up and over. In order for this to break out, you'd need to get over 68.3 right now and start pushing over. Right now, if this breaks down and we lose the 66 cents, 65 is the overextension. You lose that, next support is 6133, which is the broadening wedge breakout, which I highly doubt would hold that, and I'll tell you why. If we come down that far, chances are we're going to have to fill out this cup and handle pattern, and that would bring us firmly right down to this 585 pattern double top breakout. This is also where you see how this is over here. When I go back into the weekly, or the daily, actually, it'll be easier to see in the daily. No, it won't. It'll be the week. No, the daily will be easier. Daily, that's why we prophesized this coming down to this 585. That's the bullish handle on the cup. In the 4 hourly, even in the daily, you can see how it drops from in here. But that would be the bottom area we think it could come down. Even though it could technically, even though we've prefaced 55 cent even, and try to bounce on that pattern breakout, for this cup and handle to be bullish, we would not expect it to come down farther than 585. We've been talking about this bearish cycle here the last couple of days that could possibly play out. It's playing out right now. Now the question is, we've talked about the best opportune time for this to bounce out for a parabolic spike off the bull flag is right where it's at. Otherwise, we have to come back down further in consolidation. We'll break the bull flag, but we will retest the cup and handle breakout. So we could get squeezed here, but what we really want to happen, if you're looking at it this morning for a pump up, we're looking for it to bounce off 66 cents. We could easily come up 4 or 5, what is this roughly? So be careful, don't get trapped in here if it does this. We could easily make a 3% push up to the top here, about 684, 685, just to get rejected. So what's been happening here now that we've distinguished this channel last night, and I think it's perfect. Resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support. Now if it has to come up to resistance, if it does it again, it'll crash it down to 58.5. That's what we're really looking at. So be very, very careful. And in the headline today, you're going to see XRP holders. It's going to be something targeted to the XRP holders and about how important this structure is right now. If we break this structure, that is what you could expect to happen if this is a fake pushback up. You could highly anticipate that to happen. If you want to have a big rally out of here, we first got to get back over and use this as a support and break back over the 683. What we talked about yesterday, the reason why this was more than possible to come down, as we know, precious metals are getting hammered right now. The US dollar currency index went up to 102.689. If you're paying attention to B2 gold, remember the buy target. We are literally within that range now. $3.12 was what we targeted. We have little buys up here, little buys as it's coming down, but the targeted big purchase is around $3.12. We actually are down there this morning, so you've got to make a decision this morning if you want to make an attempt to buy. And just like Fortuna Silver Mine, same thing. It's in that area now. We talked about this area around $3.33. If it breaks, we might be able to get a better buy. But we're looking at this fully right now. You're getting into a consolidation front for these commodities right now because of what's happening with the US dollar currency index. These may in fact be your last chances to buy commodities cheap, cheap, cheap as they make this downturn. These are what we were waiting for a couple weeks ago. These pushed down right here. So if there's no problem with starting to make a small position, but now it's your job, just like we do on FOMO Fridays and Wintering Wednesdays, to start building into your precious metals. B2 Gold, if you have $2,000, a $500 purchase right now would be a good time. Same thing with Fortuna Silver Mines, and you buy it down. You buy these down, and it's been my interpretation since the beginning. We need to buy commodities and precious metals on the way down. And this is happening. As you can see, the US 10 years skyrocketed up 2.42% to 4.18%. We've got the DXY, which is making risk on assets, the stock market, cryptos, commodities. It's making a whole big mess here, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see here with the US dollar, we've come up. We hit that 102.60 like we talked about. Now the question is are they going to run it up any farther? The real target we knew was going to come up to this 102.60. Now it's a matter of, does the U.S. government want to run this up since they did the depth, since Fitch lowered our credit rating from AAA to AA plus 2 nights ago? Not last night, but the night before. This is an artificial run-up of the U.S. dollar to make our bonds not look so bad. But this is going to turn into a catastrophic event here. Mark my words. Eventually, this channel is going to break one way or the other, and this is going to end up catastrophically coming down. I will preface this by, if they want to really push this up, we'll know if they break over the 103.67. But right now, the 102.60 was my technical target. Now we need to see if it's going to break up higher. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this, make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're looking to trade your favorite crypto, we do have MEXI and or BITGET in the video description below. But in the USA, new users aren't welcome, even though they have real low spot fees. So we have FEMX as our alternative now. No VPN or KYC in the USA, unless for KYC using a bank account and or credit card. You have to use a KYC so they know who you are. Otherwise, if you're just doing exchange to exchange for on and off ramping, $50,000 a day, and they only have a 0.9% market maker fee. So if you're using Uphold, buy XRP there, then send it to Uphold or your favorite wallet so you can avoid the fees. Make sure you choose positivity over negativity, stay emotionless, and pay attention to this morning's update. It's very important.